Hi everyone, the book I'm reviewing today, not a typical one that I would read. I'm more into non-fiction, but this one caught my eye. Ayesha at Last by Uzma Jalaluddin. Just when I read what it was about, a big-hearted, captivating, modern-day Muslim Pride and Prejudice with hijabs instead of top hats and kurtas instead of corsets. So I grabbed this book, and I must say I was pleasantly surprised. Sometimes I guess we do need a bit of fiction and not only read non-fiction books. I've got a few extracts. I think that's quite universal, whether it's a Muslim Pride and Prejudice modern story or not. I think there's certain themes that recur quite a lot. First extract. Self-love is not so vile a sin as self-neglecting, Nana remarked into his mug. Ayesha ignored his unsubtle jab at Hafsa and gulped the rest of her tea. I'll be back soon. And isn't that such a universal topic? I think that we struggle a lot with, right? Self-love. And do we even know the difference between self-love and self-neglect? When are we self-neglecting and when is it self-love? And why have we for so long not learned how to love ourselves? And this was a great read, the first few parts going quite deeply into this topic. Nana sighed. Aren't you too old to be angry at your mother? He asked gently. Saliha has not let go of her anger, and it has made her so unhappy. I don't want to see that happen to you as well. Another universal thing, anger, whether it be anger with ourselves, anger at society, anger at our parents, anger at circumstances. It really delved into this and the impact that it had on Aisha's life, right? And the human emotion of anger. It was just so well written and so well touched. And it really struck with me. Nani put her cup down. You remind me of my sister-in-law. She has 8 children who live all over the world, but she is very lonely. None of her children visit much. She was too controlling when they were younger and didn't let them make their own decisions when they grew. Farzana bristled. Khalid is a good boy. He will do as I say. Nani leaned forward. But will he forgive you? Another topic, right, about parenting and how much is too much control, how much isn't. But the most important, as we raise kids, what type of children are we raising for the next generation? Forgiveness also comes in. No, Nani said. She walked to the door and slipped on her shoes. I did not come here to threaten or blackmail, only to warn you. Your plan will not work. Please do the right thing. Break off Khalid's engagement to the wrong Hafsa. Let your son go before you lose him forever. Nani walked back to her house, shaken. She was reasonably certain Farzana would not listen to her advice, but she wanted to give her a chance anyway. Everyone was capable of change, though. She doubted Farzana would take the opportunity. Nana was right. She must let events run their course. Things would work out on their own, inshallah. And that's the other beauty of something universal as humans, right? Everyone is capable of change, but do we really want to change? And sometimes do we give people the opportunity to change? Aisha could imagine what people would think. Hafsa would be branded unmarriageable. Her hasty actions would be a dark cloud over her family for years, affecting their social standing as well as the marital prospects of her younger sisters and even Aisha herself. A small voice in her mind mocked, Khalid will never want you now. You're tainted by association. She hated this, hated the double standard for men and women. But unlike Hafsa, Aisha had never tried to shape the world in her image. She had always seen the world and the people who inhabited it exactly as they were, flawed, imperfect, eager to think the worst of others while excusing their own misdeeds. Aisha recalled the mercurial Tariq, his wolf smile at the caterers, his smooth dealings with her and Hafsa. Then she thought about Khalid, who couldn't edit his doubts or conceal his thought process, even when he was asking her to marry him. She felt foolish, and the knowledge settled into her heart like a stone. Tariq was a beautiful liar, and Khalid was awkwardly honest. Where did that leave her? So many different aspects just touched in this one paragraph. Tainted by association, the power of association, continuous double standards for men and women. And if I had to ask you, what would you pick, a beautiful liar or awkwardly honest? Do we even know? Aisha shrugged helplessly, unsure how to turn her churning thoughts into words. I did too. There was so much pressure to take the road more traveled. I didn't want to disappoint my family, but now I think I'm ready to chase a dream. Mr. Everome looked back at the field, smiling at the firm thwack as the bat made contact with the ball, watching it sail past second base. I admire your bravery. Where will you go? Dreamers need to eat too. I was thinking overseas. See the world. Right. Mr. Everham nodded. Just remember to pack light. Dreams tend to shatter if you're carrying other people's hopes around with you. Let me read that again. Dreams tend to shatter if you're carrying other people's hopes around with you. Another universal topic about, do you do what you want or not? Do you do and chase your dream? Do we know that dreams shatter when we carry other people's hopes around with us? The pressure of family and how much that actually affects and shapes our lives. A lot to think through and to work through. And the last extract I'm going to read. When my father died, my mother fell apart, Ayesha said. She cried for weeks, and when we moved to Canada, she didn't get out of bed for a long time. If that was love, I wanted no part. Love takes your heart and leaves you with nothing. It makes you forget your children, your family. It steals your very self. So I closed off my heart, telling myself I was better without it. Nothing could be worth such pain. That's why I fought so hard when I realized I was falling for you. We're so different, Khalid. You accused me once of not knowing what I wanted in life, and you were right. I was lost for so long, but you helped me see myself. I know what I want now. I want to travel the world. I want to paint pictures with my words. But most of all, I want you. Fairy tale ending, but the process to get to that and the different topics and feelings and emotions that Uzma actually unpacks was quite a delightful read. If you haven't read it, it's a great afternoon book. If you have read it, let me know, and let me know what you're reading currently. I hope you enjoyed the extracts I read.